Welcome student in today's online section of subject industrial hydraulics and pneumatics. In this subject we are going to see the various use of hydraulics, then components of hydraulics and pneumatic system, working of hydraulic and pneumatic system, how they are going to use, how we are going to use the energy of this oil, and we can obtain the mechanical output from the power supplied to the so here what is we are going to see in this subject hydraulics and pneumatics. In this subject we are going to transfer force by using the media like hydraulic oil or air. So hydraulics and pneumatic system, it is a system which is going to use the transfer the force or power by using the hydraulic oil or pneumatic system in which air is used there. Here you can see on your screen, in this industry we use three methods of transmitting of power from one point to another. First one is the mechanical transmission. You already studies the mechanical transmission in your subject term 1 and term 2, where the power transmission devices such as shaft, gear, chains, belts are used there. Then second one is the electrical transmission. In this electrical transmission, electrical power is transmitted by using the wire, transformer, etc. And in the last one, it is the fluid power. It is in which power is transmitted through the liquid or gas in a confined space. Okay. In this PPT we shall discuss a structure of hydraulic system and pneumatic system here. Okay. So here it is the simple form of this hydraulic system. Here you can see this is the hydraulic jack which we are going to use to lift the vehicle. When you applied pressure force at this point at the point 1, at that time what will happen, you start to compress the fluid through this arm here. Here you can see. Here you can see when you push down or apply the force on this point 1, then this force is get transmitted through this fluid at point 2, and at point 2 it starts to lift the force here, lift the vehicle here. So what is happening here, why this vehicle get lifted up? This vehicle is get lifted up because of the application of the force at point 1, and this force is passes through this compressed fluid, and this force lifted the vehicle here. Okay, we will see this in the deep. This is just an introduction that where in practically we are going to use the hydraulic system by for lifting the vehicle here. So simple. Okay, then these are the components of this hydraulic system. The hydraulic system contains mainly three important parts. First one is the power pack, then the second one is the direction control valve, and third one which is the actuator. Here I am going to explain you what is this power pack. Actually this power pack, it is a combination of this pump along with the reservoir in normal language called as the tank. And why we call this a power pack? Because here the fluid is stored and pump is produced. Pump is present there, and function of pump is to pressurize the oil from this reservoir and send it to the direction control valve. Then what is the direction control valve? Its name itself inform its function that direction control valve controls the direction of the fluid coming from the pump and going to the actuator. Then what is actuator? Actuator, it is a device which converts the hydraulic energy of the fluid into the mechanical work. How this actuator perform, how this actuator works? There are types of the actuator: linear actuator, rotary actuator. We will see this function of actuators in the syllabus as it proceed further. Okay, so these are the important parts of this hydraulic system. First one is the power pack, then direction control valve and the actuator. Here you can see pump is connected to the direction control valve and the tank here. Actuator, it is the part which convert energy of this fluid into the mechanical work here. Here is the basic layout of this hydraulic system. You can see this is the fluid tank here, and from this fluid tank this filter is present between the fluid tank and hydraulic pump. This filter is just to remove the foreign particles along with the oil and which is moving to the pump. To filter, actually it is a safety device which saves the system from the foreign material which comes along with the oil. Then this hydraulic pump is connected to the pressure regulator. Actually this is like accessories extra. Then it is connected to the control valve, and then control valve is connected to the piston and cylinder. We called it as actuator many times. And here this actuator, it is the device which converts the energy of this fluid into the useful mechanical work. Here again this is the typical hydraulic system. Now you will find it is very difficult, but as the syllabus proceed, I will teach you each and everything in a simple. Here you can see this is the one which is pump. This pump is, here is the symbol of this pump, and it is always run with the help of the motor here. The second one is the oil tank. Here on this bottom line we have the oil tank. Then third one is the flow control valve. This. This is the flow control valve. Then we have the pressure relief valve. This is the pressure relief valve. And what is the function of the pressure relief valve, how it is going to work, I will teach you each and everything in details in the syllabus further. Just a detailed information that pressure relief valve, it is act as a safety device which relieves the or which reduces the excess pressure in the system, and it prevents the system from the damage of excess pressure. Then this is the hydraulic cylinder. You see this is the hydraulic cylinder along with the piston. Then direction control valve, this is the direction control valve, and the throttle valve. Okay, so it is the throttle valve. Here it is just used to control the flow rate here. Actually this direction flow control valve is used many times to have to eliminate the backward flow. To eliminate this back flow, we are use the flow control valve. Mostly we are using this check valve there, which allows the fluid to flow only in the one direction. Actually this diagram is it is a symbolical diagram, and this diagram it is the detailed actual diagram. We will study each and everything in a details as the lecture proceeds. Okay, then what is fluid power and scope, we are going to see here. Here fluid power, it is a technology that deals with the generation of control and transmission of forces and movement of mechanical element or system with the use of the pressurized fluid in a confined system. Confined system means the system is closed here. Both liquids and gases are considered as a fluid. Here in pneumatics, the fluid is in the form of gas. Okay, the fluid power system includes hydraulic system. Hydra means water in the Greek, and pneumatic system, pneuma means air in the Greek. Actually, hydraulics and pneumatic words are derived from the Greek language. Oil hydraulic employs pressurized liquid petroleum oil and synthetic oils. Pneumatic employs compressor air that is released to the atmosphere after performing the work. The application of fluid power, lifting, pushing, pulling, clamping, tilting, forcing, pressing, or any other straight lines and many rotary motion, it is possible. Okay. Then here we are going to see some fluid power application, the basic application. The stationary hydraulics remains firmly in fixed in one position. Then machine tools and transfer lines, we are going to use the fluid power system. Then lifting and conveying devices, I already told you that for the hydraulic jack which we are going to use to lift the vehicle, it uses the fluid power. Then metal forming presses, then plastic machinery such as injecting molding machines uses the fluid power. Then rolling machine, then lifts, food processing machineries also have application of pneumatics and hydraulics. Then automatic handling equipments and robots uses this system. The automobile, tractors, aeroplanes, missiles, boats, etc. You are very much familiar with the pneumatic brakes. How this automobile power transmission occurs, we have the separate lecture on this, and how this vehicle can be run using this hydraulic power. I will explain you in the detail. Then in constructing machineries, then trippers, excavators, then elevating platforms are the applications of this hydraulics and pneumatics. Lifting and conveying devices, agricultural machineries have the application. Then there are some practical application of this. Here you can see this hydraulic shearing machine and hydraulic press brakes. The shearing machine is used to cut the metal. So for this cutting of this metal, we are going to use the hydraulic system. Then hydraulic power presses, you already know that in the hydraulic power presses we are going to use the very high force, and this high force is produced by the compression of the liquid. Then here also you can see in actual line hydraulic excavator, then hydraulic lift truck, we are going to use the hydraulics and pneumatic system. Earth moving equipments, then broaching machines, CNC, BMC, HMCs, then hydraulic press brake, hydraulic thread rolling machine, material handling equipment, then hydraulic shaper. In railways and aeroplanes, we are going to use the oil hydraulic system. Then here are application of this pneumatic system are these pneumatic tools, drilling machine, nut runners, screwdrivers, then packing machines, material handling clamps, conveyors, robotic arms, then mining, automobile air brake, air suspension, etc. Then machine tool, pneumatic press. All these are the applications of this hydraulics and pneumatics. Then in agriculture, automation, automobiles, aviation, construction industries, defense, entertainment, fabrication industries, food and beverages, foundry and glass industries have application of this hydraulics and pneumatics. The interim jigs and fixture, we already covered many applications of this. Now the next concept is of classification of fluid power system. I will teach you this classification of fluid power system in the next lecture. Thank you.